Okay.
All right, Shalom, Makim, Waf. Before we start off, we want to give all the praise, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Give honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Scattered all the four corners of the earth, coming back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson, expect for there to be a miraculous preservation for the Lord's saints. Because there's going to be a deliverance, that the whole world is going to see. But we know that it's going to be very calamitous. It's going to be very troubling. It's going to be very difficult. Because we know that, Esau is going to come down, with that great wrath, which he's gearing up right now for. And there's going to have to be divine intervention just to preserve us until the coming of the day of Yahweh and the angels.
Because and on the left hand, it's going to preserve a lot of niggas for the destruction too. You know. So the thing about it is, the Most High he's playing on their minds to make them think, what it say, to be in good case. They think that the Most High is dealing with you. A lot of false prophets out there are going to be preserved too. Okay, but they're not going to have that miraculous deliverance like the elect.
Now let's, if I could put it into to these type of perspective, there's a lot of people that are going to die from just getting shot, that die from starvation, that die from a knife fight, fighting over the last piece of bread or whatever, right? But the Lord is going to preserve his saints through all those perils. Okay, whatever situations arise, he's going to continue to preserve us with miraculous deeds. Okay, and through those miraculous deeds, because he did them all throughout the Bible. They're all over the Bible, where he did miraculous deeds for his saints, for the men of the Lord, to continue the ministry, to continue prophesying and so on and so forth.
Look at Paul. Paul was stoned to death, but it wasn't his time. And the Most High preserved it.
That was a miracle.
Yeah.
To start it off real quick, I want to start with this right here. This is 1 Peter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 3, but the point is at verse 5. It says, "Blessed be the Most High, the Father of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten to his abundant mercy, which according to his abundant mercy hath begotten us again unto his lively hope by the resurrection of Yahweh Mashiach from the dead, to an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled, and that fadeth not away, reserved in heaven for you, who are kept by the power of the Most High through faith unto salvation, ready to be revealed in the last time."
That's right.
So that means that ultimately we're going to be kept by the power of the Most High through faith. All right. So the Heavenly Father, he's going to give you a chance to be shown that he is, and that you do need him. But he has to see that faith.
That's right. Without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High.
Exactly.
I got something.
And there's gonna be situations that's gonna take place, and according to the flesh, you might think that you might not be able to make it through it, but the Lord is gonna make a way for his saints to be delivered out of all their afflictions, man. It tells you that in the Psalms, the 34th chapter.
That's right.
Okay? And part of the inspiration of this lesson was, I think it was like maybe 3 days ago, you had the elder Manat Zagba, he had one live, and I think the name of the lesson was, they think that the world is not gonna end.
Yeah, the world.
Talking about Esau's world, this kingdom. But we know that this world has an end. And the fact that it's ending, Esau, he's getting more restless. He's getting more angry. He's that wrath is starting to stir up, because he know that he's losing his power. It's starting to slip through his fingertips.
And what would the devil do? The whipping stick do? What would the hammer of the earth do?
Exactly.
He hammer. He gonna keep nailing shit. So his natural reaction is to want to slay something.
He's gonna be trying to hammer even harder now in his last days. You think about all the things that Jacob went through in this country, and nothing compares to what Esau's about to bring.
Oh no.
Exactly.
So we're gonna need miracles. to preserve us through this. Hey, because believe it or not, it seems like this whole Hebrew Israelite thing is just getting a little bit of notoriety. But deep down, Esau hates this, man. He wants to raise up against this so bad, but the Most High is not allowing him yet.
Because this thing about this Israelite, well, he called Israelite thing, but
right.
it hasn't stopped. It's getting stronger.
Yeah.
And Esau's used to, you know, these Black Panther groups. They just, you know, leveling out, and you know, no, this is gaining more popularity.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, he wants to put a stop to anything that he can't infiltrate.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that this ministry, it can't be infiltrated. You can infiltrate groups, certain Israelite camps, but this truth and the message, you can't infiltrate that.
Those ones that have the real spirit of Yahweh Shai, you know, you said they can't be infiltrated, they can't be bought. You know, other guys in other Israelite camps, they clearly could be bought. You got Jakes out there talking about take the jab.
I got something.
I got something too. Go ahead.
Second Esdras chapter 16, I'll start by 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you.
Hey, what is that going into? That great flood.
Yep.
But when the enemy shall come in like a great flood, then, you know,
I got it.
the Lord come. You know, and you know, to tie it back in, not the Zagba, he was making a point on how when this moment comes, expect for the Lord to do something that the world hasn't seen, man.
That's right.
And one of the things that came up was that the Lord can have it to where an angel can come, and right when the enemy is coming for you, he can lift you up, man.
That's right.
And that's alluding to teleportation.
That's right.
And that's all through the scriptures.
I mean, it's commonplace in the scriptures. That's how often
it's all in the scriptures, man. And that's why, you know, the brother was, I don't know if you was gonna get it, but basically the Lord said what's impossible with men is possible.
I got it in two spots, actually. Then I'll go back.
Come.
This one is in Matthew 19, verse 26. It says, but Yahweh beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible.
So what men would be considered science fiction, you know, they think it's just a sci-fi film. No, with the Heavenly Father, anything is possible. He can do all things, man. The Lord, he's the Father of spirits. He can manipulate elements. He can do what he wants with his creation. So you can't limit the power of the Most High. And that's we gotta remember that, man.
That's right.
We can't limit his power, man.
Yeah, and that's my fault.
Esau, look how much power the Lord allowed him to have.
That's right.
You think the Lord's gonna give all that power to him, the devil, but he's gonna leave his saints hanging like that? Man?
What he gave Esau is minute compared to what he's gonna give
it's only based in carnal, in the carnal realm. It's not based in the spiritual realm, which we're crossing over into. We're gonna be in the extraterrestrial, which is a place greater than the physical and the celestial. It's gonna be a mixture of both.
Yeah, when we get our new bodies.
When we get the new bodies. So why would he not use something from either one, or should I say both of those sides, to deliver us, where people be divine intervention? So is that the one? I got another place which said the same thing. Real quick, Luke 18 and 27, and he said the things which are impossible with men are possible with the Most High. It was the same occasion he said it, accounted by two different witnesses. Okay, one being Matthew, one being Luke.
And these things are all possible through faith in the Spirit of the Most High, Yahweh Shai.
And up to that point, the Most High is going to be building your faith. Right. You know, you going through things. You may get delivered from something, but nothing miraculous of what the Heavenly Father is going to bring once, you know, that time comes when He does things like you said, teleportation. You know, have angels take out, you know, a bunch of Edomite, you know, cops or troops or whatever. You know, these things, these things may sound far fetched, but they're going to happen. You know. The Heavenly Father is a man of His word, you know. I have that in Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Exactly. And the Lord, in that moment, He's going to show you that Esau, he's just
Like the scripture,
He's just flesh. He's just flesh and ash. You know, he's just earth and ash. He's just a man.
He's just a man. Yep.
You know.
Hey, is this the man that did shake kingdom? He gonna get made look like a stepchild.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Elder Yashawamba, Shalom, he had posted Isaiah 31:3. Hey, he posting it up. That's a spirit. Isaiah 31:3 says, "Now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horses flesh and not spirit."
Right.
When the Lord shall
chariots, how do the chariots move? They move by spirit. Okay, so how do you compete with that? You got it, bro.
Yep. It says, "In their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fail together." You know, hey, and see the power that the angels have, that's from the heavens.
That's
what
right.
Esau has is from the heavens as well in the left hand, but the Lord controls both sides. The Lord can turn down the left hand and exalt his right hand easily. So Esau, his power is definitely limited.
Right.
Hey, man made his chariots, all his technology, his weaponry, his tanks, his drones, his androids, the little what's them little robot dogs that they got now? You can see that on Boston Dynamics. Man made that.
Yep.
Man didn't create the chariots.
Man controls that things also. Your man can't control the things that the Most High can control.
To Esau, he can create things to try to mimic what the Lord is doing, but it's never at its fullest strength or capacity. It's always something that can go wrong if man is behind it. But if it be of the Most High, it doesn't fail.
It was something. It was Bill Gates or Elon Musk. I was reading or watching. I forgot which it was, but they were saying how that's the only. It was Bill Gates. He said the only problem with AI or the robotics is the fact that you still need human interaction. You still gotta trust in a human to program it. You still need a human to operate it, to repair it. You know, there's certain. It doesn't fix it itself. It doesn't self-heal, so to speak.
That's right.
If I may go back into this, 2 Ezra 16:68, it says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had."
They're gonna sit you idle. I mean, they're gonna put you in a location where you're idle. So that's talking about like a detention center, a quarantine, FEMA camp.
What is it? Solitary confinement.
And that's where they can try to interrogate you and try to torture you to persuade you or to get you to denounce whatever God you serve. You know, are you gonna get down with the New World Order, or are you gonna take this chip, or you're gonna take the jab, like which that's basically that moment. That's basically the trial of your faith moment.
That's
right there, man. Just like Eleazar, the priest went through, the 7 Maccabees brothers and their mother, what they went through.
That's right.
We are gonna be faced in these in a similar fashion.
The things are
we're
written
gonna have these kind of moments
for our learning. So we would be as and it said it in the Maccabees actually, but it said that they would leave an example unto men that will follow after those great works.
Exactly.
You know, we were going to need those works, man. Because you holding your faith and holding strong may preserve you to another moment, like they when they were broken into the jail. And broke was that Peter? Yeah, it broke Peter out. Peter said, we'll just wait till after the Passover is over, And they just waited for that, but that was the space needed in time for the angel to go to work to break him out. A little more on it. It says, verse 69, "And they that consented to them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Not just man versus man, 2/3 and Edomites going heads, but people rising up against the men of the Lord. There's an insurrection against the men of the Lord coming. So how are we supposed to be? So how are we supposed to be delivered from that moment, right?
Yeah, because what are they talking about now? They're trying to figure out war tactics to use to go against what they call domestic terrorists. And you already know we're in that category.
And they put conspiracy theorists on that terrorist list as well.
We at the top of that list.
They're
gonna put white supremacist groups up there, and these these left or right groups, whatever. But we've been at the top of that list. It was created for the Israelites, because all those other groups Esau can control. Esau can infiltrate. Esau can Esau can control. Esau can take out the KKK and all these groups like that.
He got agents in all of these groups.
He's infiltrated.
The leader of the Proud Boys, he got found out to be an informant. One of the leaders of Latin Kings, he came out and admitted on a Zoom call that he's an informant. All of them. Even
that's a spirit, because that movie with the Black Panther, Judas.
He
was an informant.
The Messiah.
This is of the Most High. It can't be, like we were going into earlier, it can't be infiltrated.
And
it can't be controlled by Esau.
And what's really spiritual about it is when Yahushua said, don't worry about what you're going to speak in that moment. So there's no script that you can prepare for, Esau. The Most High going to put in us in the moment when you roll on us what we need to say.
There's no game plan. There's no film. There's nothing you can reference.
No blueprint that you can go off of, right? A little bit more. It says, verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your God. Hey, so how is he going to do that? How is he going to make that true? He said they're going to come in like a flood. They're going to spoil and destroy the houses of those that fear the Lord. Great insurrection against those that fear the Lord. Well, how are you going to be delivered from that? Well, miraculously. It's not just going to be like he's going to leave the back door open. They're not going to cover the back door. You can run out the back while they're coming to the front door. Right. Nah, man, ain't going to be nothing simple like that. You be in the house. They got your phone location device. Got you in the house. They get in the house and you ain't even in there.
Right.
But you were in there. Right. They got you on body heat, but they can't find you. You never. I mean, this is human. This is a man's mind trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
We don't know possibly what the Most High can do.
Because we're not going to deliver ourselves by our own strength.
It is.
Yeah. We're just in the flesh. Yeah. That's why we need to depend on the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. You got simple, silly Israelites that think that all they got to do is just do some push-ups, get them some guns, train in the
martial arts,
take a self-defense class,
go to the gun range or whatever, and they're prepared. No, that's not going to work that way.
You do it will benefit you a lot more to build your faith up through wisdom.
That's it.
I had something.
I'm done.
This is Psalms 31 and 23. O love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewardeth the proud doer. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord.
What did it say? Now wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. If you're adding that into how to get through these days that carnally or physically you can't defeat Esau with, how are you supposed to do that? The Most High is going to have to step into another and take you out of natural physics into something miraculous.
Yeah, because he's going to hear the cry of the righteous, man.
That's right.
Their prayers are going to reach through the clouds and enter into his ears, man. He's going to hear our cries and he's going to just deliver us, man. Whatever trouble that we're facing, But hey, there's not, because we sometimes get caught up in brothers is going to die,
right?
But that's not the case for majority of the elect. Most of the elect are going to make it. They just the Lord is just going to use his power to preserve them to that deliverance. Right. Some brothers going to die just for the purpose of dying that honorable death, being a sacrifice to Yahweh Shai.
That may be part of that man's walk.
Hey, that's precious to the Lord.
They're going to be raised up first.
But you're gonna have brothers that brothers and sisters that's gonna be alive, and you know they're gonna be, the Lord's gonna preserve them.
Right.
All right.
That was it. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 34, and verse 15. It says, "The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth.
Yep.
The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles." It says, "The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit." And you know, the Lord has it to where, you know, we're humbled down, we're broken, because we're captive exiles.
That's right.
Hasten to be loose. You know, so our spirits, you know, we've been wearing down by the enemy. You know, it tells you that in Daniel, he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. So, you know, we're at this point where we're broken, and we want, you know, the Lord to finally come back and take us up out of here.
Hey, we're through. We got nothing. We got nothing, man. We got no physical defense against what's coming. Okay, but we have a mighty power and his spiritual defense. Their spiritual defense, shall I say. And how about you, shot? Okay, this is all we got. There's no other. Understand, this was the hardest part when I woke up, was understanding I have no options. This man has everything covered.
Yeah.
The only way out is through the Most High.
That's it.
You know,
like Steve Harvey said, there's more than one way into heaven.
No, there's not.
Nah, bro. There's only one way through this, man.
Yeah, if you pick the wrong way, you fucked up.
Yeah, right straight up. Last verse.
Yep.
It says, verse 19. It says, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all."
But he delivered them out of them all. How else is he supposed to preserve his saints unto that mighty deliverance?
And we have this the history right here in the scriptures,
right? And the prophecy
from the miraculous deliverance out of Egypt. You know, everything that transpired even after the fact. You know, so much can happen. And then Daniel and the lions did, the 3 holy children, in the fiery furnace. You know, and even address the point, going back to what Elder Miraculous said in that live stream. Hey, brothers, the Lord can take you, like, right when these devils is marching straight to your doorstep. You know, it's drones and helicopters and all kind of shit outside.
Where it seems like ain't no way out.
Ain't no way out.
And they bust your door open and find that shit vacant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You was just in there, but all of a sudden,
and they know you in there because they got the thermal cameras.
Yeah,
and all that
they
stuff.
see you and all that. Yeah. But you know, hey, the Most High can do that, man. But see, that's why you gotta have that faith. You know, hey, was it King David that when he was in the midst of battle, he was in the midst of war, and then it was so many troops. You know, he kind of got overwhelmed. So the Lord it's like the Lord came over and intervened for a bit. I think it's in 2 Samuel.
Yeah.
I think like the 22nd chapter. But basically, the Lord sent the chariot to basically swoop them up because they was closing in on them. I think
You said
2 Samuel 12.
12th chapter?
Yeah, I mean 2 Samuel 22.
22, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. This is 2 Samuel 22 and 5. When the waves of death compassed me, the floods of the ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord Yahweh and cried unto my power, and he did hear my voice out of his temple, and my cry did enter into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundation of heavens moved and shook because he was wroth. When there went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and a fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also and came down. And
read all the way down to verse 18.
18. Yeah. He bowed the heavens also and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode up upon a cherubim and did fly, and he was seen upon the wings of the wind. And he made darkness pavilions round about him, dark waters, and thick clouds of the skies.
It was a chariot, man, covering the blotting out the sun.
Therefore the brightness before him were coals of fire kindled. The Lord thundered from heaven, and the Most High uttered his voice.
Hey, seeing a so-called UFO is a miracle in itself. And then whom it will be helping, the chariots will be helping, will be the men of the Lord, the righteous, you know.
Because everyone's going to be wondering who, you know.
What are they here for? What are they doing?
They're going to think that they're not here for people, humans on earth, when they're going to be actually for the elect, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is when David was in battle.
Yep.
Imagine these heathens, you know, these Philistines or whoever he was fighting with. Imagine them seeing that while they're thinking that they about to kill King David, and out of nowhere a chariot come down, and then a bunch of thundering and lightning and earthquake happening and stuff, man. They had to know that, man. This ain't no ordinary dude right here.
Yeah. Why would you continue to fight?
Yeah.
And just seeing that.
Yeah.
All right, it says, and he sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning, and discomforted them. And the channels of the sea appeared, the foundation of the world were discovered, and the rebuking of the Lord at the blast of the breath of his nostrils.
Like the things out that chariot,
He sent from above, and he took me and drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemies and from them that hated me, for they were too strong for me. Go ahead.
So what does that describe you? What did it mean by he sent from above and he took me?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Man, that the Lord basically took David up into the ship, man.
Yeah.
They saw David go up in that ship.
And the Most High did that for a reason. Because he could have put the spirit on David to defeat those Philistines, whoever he was fighting, but he wanted David to call upon him to show his power. You know? That's what the Most High wants us to do when we're in our time of trouble, to call on him.
And this was a rare moment where a man of war, a warrior, was showing vulnerability. And this was the perfect moment for the Lord to step in and show his power, his might.
He was showing he was being meek, he was being humble. He's like, hey, I can't. I'm as great as I am, the greatest warrior. I can't do this on my own. Right. Lord, help me. Yahweh, help me.
It's proving that it's not a carnal battle, but a spiritual battle. As long as, because that's why in those wars with David, as long as we were got the okay basically from the prophet, that Yahweh Bashim Shah was with it, that we would be all right, that we would get victory. That was it on that?
It was the last verse.
Yeah.
Verse 19. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay.
That's it. That's our state. That's what we're gonna trust in.
Who was that Paul that wrote that? Who shall separate us from the Most High? Well, then he named, and death was on the list. And the point of that list was nothing. Nothing will separate us from the Most High. I got this in Romans 9 right quick. Romans 9:22. It said, "What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?" Okay, it was funny. He controls them in the first place, but he had long suffering toward them so they could perform a certain level of wrath, but they were still the vessels fit for destruction. When he would show his ultimate wrath, right? And it says, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. So he would miraculously preserve those those vessels of mercy unto glory.
I looked up that word "stay" in 2 Samuel 22:19. And it's mishin, support, staff. And I go to the root word is shayan, which means to lean on, trust in, support. And
verses. Yeah, it's a lot. I don't mean to cut you off, but verses when we bring out Isaiah 36, when you leaned upon Egypt, which was that broken reed, and it pierced you. this, you lean on this, and you're safe.
Yeah, that's why in we got Isaiah 10 where it says, go to it right now. Isaiah 10 in verse 20, and it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Israel shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and that's clearly what you said. Jake depended on Egypt, depended on Babylon to protect them, you know, and not the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Hey, perfect example. They're staying upon this beast, this devil. They're trusting in his witchcraft,
His
pharmaceuticals. Yep.
So they're staying upon him who's smiting them, because it's leading to them dying. They dropping dead left and right.
Yep. And the more the more people dying, the more it's okay for us to take it.
Yeah.
Hold on, ain't it been the ratio ain't looking good enough for me to want to even consider it if I was in the world. Which, you know, we know through the scriptures you're not supposed to prick your flesh like that with anything. But even if I was of the world, ain't no way a reasonable thinking person would possibly take this thing with all these people dropping dead. Just because there's more doses and then you need more, but it may not work. You can get it anyway. The science ain't adding up for that thing, man.
It's 80% effective.
It's
90% effective.
Right.
Yeah, that's an example, you know. But we're gonna stay upon the Holy One, Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
All right. The Lord heals men. You know, healing comes from Yahweh Shem Shai. So that's what we're gonna stay upon.
Yeah.
All right. But that was the point. Yeah, that was it on the in 2 Samuel, right?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
I had the one in 1 Kings.
Oh yeah, the one with Elisha.
Yep.
Or
Elijah. 1 Kings 18, and
you can start like maybe 7.
Yeah, so I'm
6.
looking for the right.
Just to give it context.
I'll start at 7. Yeah, it says, and as Obadiah was in the way, behold, Elijah met him, and he knew him and fell on his face and said, art thou that my Lord Elijah? And he answered him, I am. Go tell the Lord, behold, Elijah is here. That wasn't the Heavenly Father, that was lowercase Lord. Okay, it says, and he said, what have I sinned, that thou wouldest deliver thy servant out of the hand of Ahab to slay me? As the Lord Yahweh thy
present him to King Ahab.
Yep.
And Ahab was looking for him. You know?
Yep.
Go ahead.
It said to slay me, right? It says, as the Lord Yahweh thy power liveth, there is no nation or kingdom whither my Lord have not sent to seek thee. And when they said he is not there, he took an oath of the kingdom and nation that they found thee not. And now thou sayest, go tell thy Lord, behold, Elijah is here, and it shall come to pass as soon as I am gone from thee, that the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall carry thee whither I know not.
Whoa.
Shall carry thee whither how do you not know when you see the man leave in a certain direction? You kind of know what's that direction. Well, the Spirit was going to take him out of his sight in such a fast manner, you wouldn't know which way he went, especially if he went up. You know?
That's alluding to what? Teleportation.
That's right.
You know? And that's the Lord can do that. He can take you and put you in a whole nother location instantaneously.
Yep.
You know? So that's just, you know, these things are written for our hope. You know, we read these things and we, you know, what does the word hope mean? It means to expect. Yep. And are we not saved by hope? You see? So that's just, you know, one example. Get the one in I think it's in 2 Kings. 2 Kings, the 2nd chapter.
It was like let's see. It was toward the bottom of the chapter, I believe.
2 Kings 2 and let me see.
Springs of water.
with Elisha.
Elisha.
It was right after Elijah went up.
Mm-hmm.
Start at verse.
It's a part. It's a team.
You can start at like
12.
start at like 11.
11.
Yeah, you start.
This is 2 Kings 2 and 11. And it came to pass as they went on and talked, and behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more, and he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in two pieces. He took up also a mantle of Elijah and fell from him and went back and stood by the bank of Jordan. And he took the mantle of Elijah and fell from him and smote the waters and said, where is the Lord power of Elijah? And when he had also smitten the waters, they parted hither and thither. Elisha went over.
That's power.
Yeah.
That's spiritual power right there, man.
And which made my mind go right to what Moses did. When he did he hit the staff with it? Yeah, he hit the water with the staff, and it parted the waters there enough for the children, because the children of Israel coming out of Egypt, they were through at the banks of the Red Sea. Okay, so when he hit the staff in the water and it parted, it was just enough for the children of Israel to make it through. And then when the Egyptian came, the water came and swallowed them over. That's a deliverance, man. That's a miraculous deliverance. You know, expect though, and it said it should be said no more that the children were delivered from the land of Egypt, but the children were delivered from the land of the north. So how much greater the deliverance? When we know how mighty and great that deliverance was out of Egypt, we read about it. So how much more this one?
Well, this deliverance, when Yahushua comes and get his elect, it's going to eclipse. It's going to succeed the Egyptian Exodus deliverance.
That's right.
You know.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
And when the sons and when he had also smitten the waters, they parted hither and thither, and Elisha went over. And when the sons of the prophets which were to view at Jericho saw him, they said, the spirit of Elijah doeth rest on Elisha. And they came to meet him and bowed themselves to the ground before him. And they said unto him, behold, now there be with thy servants 50 strong men, let them go, we pray thee, and seek thy master, lest peradventure the spirit of the Lord have taken him up.
Yep.
That's the spirit of the Lord have taken him up. You know, that's alluding to what? The Lord can take you up and then, you know, remove you to another location somewhere, man. You know, with the quickness. Keep going. It says, cast him upon the
cast him up upon some mountain or into some valley. And he said, ye shall not send. And when they urged,
that was the point.
Okay.
What I want to do is I want to read that same verse in the
Different version.
in a different version. Where's it at? I'm gonna read the NLT and I'll read the NIV. It says, "Sir," they said, "just say the word, and 50 of our strongest men will search the wilderness for your master. Perhaps the spirit of the Lord has left him on some mountain or in some valley." No, Elisha said, "Don't send him." And in the NIV it says, "Look," they said, we your servants have 50 able men. Let them go and look for your master. Perhaps the spirit of the Lord has picked him up and set him down on some mountain or in some valley."
How you get picked up and set down on a mountain? What is doing that? You know, only something miraculous, man.
You know, so hey, these are just examples that we're going through in the scriptures.
I gotta know.
You know, these are just scenarios that can possibly happen, man. Just to keep some of his men and women preserved.
That's right.
But when the enemy roll up on us or whatever, it's a possible. It's not far fetched. All right, you can't limit the power of the Most High. You know, the apostles, the prophets, they experience spirit traveling, teleporting.
Yep.
You know,
Astral projection.
Astral projection, which is
Yep.
spirit traveling.
Yep.
You know, the Lord allow for these type of things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He will put you in a whole nother region somewhere, but in the spirit, to show you things, to show you visions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Lord did that, man.
I have a couple more teleportations though.
I got one too. You got the one in Ezekiel 8?
No. I got Genesis with a lot.
Oh yeah, that's one.
I got one. I got
Get
the one.
Ezekiel 8 too.
Let me hit this one with Lot real quick. This is Genesis 19. I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, "And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city." Trouble ahead, right? Need to be delivered. It says, "And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they were brought him forth and set him without the city." And didn't walk him out. Okay, right. They didn't say let's hold hands all the way out the city. No, they put him there. Let's see. That was the point actually. No, I'll read this right quick. It said, "And it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad, and he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed," which was the point in 8 and 16 about set them outside the city. You said Ezekiel?
Ezekiel 8. It started at the top.
Yep.
Ezekiel 8 and 1. "And it came to pass in the 6th year, the 6th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I sat in my house, and the elders of Judah sat before me, that the hand of the Lord fell there upon me. Then I beheld, and lo."
So he was seeing a vision of the wickedness of Jerusalem, what was going on in Jerusalem at the time. Jacob was wicked as hell.
And this precept, Acts 10.
You know, when Peter saw that, he had that vision. Exactly.
Then beheld, and lo, the likeness as the appearance of fire, from the appearance of his loins, even downward fire, and from his loins even upward, as the appearance of brightness, as the colors of amber.
Describing the glory of the Most High.
Right.
Go ahead.
"And he put forth the form of a hand, and took me by a lock of my head."
The form of a hand. You got it out?
"And the Spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven."
That's what you call spirit traveling.
Yeah.
You know, he took his spirit.
Like he was like a little Lego man. Like a little man just
Come over here. I want you to see something.
Yeah. Didn't Ebenezer Scrooge?
Yeah.
You know, go see the past, present, and future. Yeah.
"And brought me in the vision of the Most High to Jerusalem, to the door of the inner gate that looketh toward the north, where was the seat of the image of jealousy, which provoked to jealousy. And behold, the Lord looks like it. Behold, the glory of the power of Israel was there, according to the vision that I saw in the plain."
Real quick, let me go to that same verse, and I want to read it in the NLT. And it says, "He reached out what seemed to be a hand and took me by the hair. Then the Spirit lifted me up into the sky and transported me to Jerusalem in a vision from the Most High."
Beautiful. So we can't limit the power of the Most High. We have to expect these miraculous. Some of us have already had situations that were supposed to be detrimental, okay, and then call on the name of the Lord, whether in spirit or verbally, and somehow it's still on earth today, living through it. You know, so this isn't even the time of Jacob's trouble where it's really bad out there. When it get really bad, we have to expect these miracles to happen also. But you have to That's why we talk about a spiritual bank account. You got to have enough to charge that on your account.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to rehearse these righteous acts, you know, to get that money up.
You don't want to get to the end
It come up short, run out of oil in your lamp, you know.
It says, I was taken to the north gate of the inner courtyard of the temple, where there was a large idol that has made the Lord very jealous.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the point.
I had the account in Acts, the 8th chapter.
Then with Philip.
Yep, you got it.
I just start at I just go, try to get through it real quick because it's long.
Okay.
Then Philip opened his mouth and began.
What verse?
I'm starting at 35.
Okay.
Then Philip opened his mouth and began that same scripture and preached unto him Yahushua. He's speaking to the Ethiopian eunuch that was in his chariot.
Yep.
And as they went out on their way, they came unto a certain water, and the eunuch said, See here is water. What doeth hinder me to be baptized? And Philip said, If thou believest with all thy heart, thou mayest. And he answered and said, I believe that Yahushua Mashiach is the Son of the Most High. And he commanded the chariot to stand still, and they went down both into the water, both Philip and the eunuch,
Mm-hmm.
and he baptized.
So he's, as this is happening, he's like, he sees him in the water with him.
Yeah.
So he's, you know, he's basically turn around.
If you want to, if you want to go to water, if you believe, let's go.
Let's go in there.
Yeah, let's
You
do it.
know, and then he was gonna basically, you know, take like you
Dip
see
him,
the Christians
dip him in the water, you know.
He took him in that
We've done
water,
that way now.
and then he, you know,
Dipped
came down
him.
in the water with him.
Yeah.
But watch what happens.
But watch what happens.
Yep.
Okay. And they went down both into the water,
Yep.
both Philip and the eunuch, and he baptized him. And when they were come up out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord caught away Philip, that the eunuch saw him no more, and he went on his way rejoicing. But
Whoa.
So the moment he came up out of the water,
He was just
no longer
there
seen
by
Philip.
himself.
He was just there.
yeah.
Yep.
Ain't no way in hell if there was nothing miraculous that happened, he would have just disappeared.
And I'm pretty sure he was touching him. He was
Yeah.
you know, he had
His hands on
he had
him
him
down.
down.
So the moment he came back up, dude's
By
gone. And
himself.
ghost.
Yeah, it goes.
And they don't make big deal about how the eunuch dealt. He just came out rejoicing like, oh, that was all right.
That was a spirit of the Lord.
He knew it was the Heavenly Father's power that did that for him.
But Philip was found in Azotus, and passing through, he preached in all the cities till he came to Caesarea.
And I was already found in a whole nother.
And that was,
town
and I looked it up, and that is about 34 miles away from where he was.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was no
34
bullet trains. You know what could have got you there that fast? Nothing could have got you there that fast.
34 miles away, like that, within an instant.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That's
let
crazy.
me hit this one.
What about the account with Yahushua? You going?
No, I was looking for it. I had the one with Habakkuk.
When they were gonna trying to king him, not king him.
Not that one. That's another one. But it was one where they was
trying to kill him.
They boarded the ship and they ended up selling across the sea.
And then he wasn't with him.
He wasn't
Then he
with
came
them.
walking off on the water. Let me get this one while y'all find that one. This is Bella and the Dragon, verse 33. It says, "Now there were in Jewry a prophet called Habakkuk, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl, and was going into the field to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of the Lord said
6.
unto Habakkuk, Go carry the dinner that Daniel, that thou hast in Babylon unto Daniel, who was in the house, who was in the lion's den. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. Then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown and bare him by the hair of his head."
Just like we just read in Ezekiel, he did the same thing with Ezekiel.
Yep.
You know,
By the hair of his head.
an angel might be a little rough. It might be a little uncomfortable.
Right.
But hey, you know.
Uh-huh.
But hey, come on.
Yep.
The
Yep.
angels are rough like that, man.
That's right.
Like when the angel came in think he socked a paw in the chest,
Yeah.
and the chains fell off of him.
Come on.
That was dope. It said, and bear him by the head of his hair, the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of his spirit, set him.
That's masculinity right there.
Vehemency, yeah.
You know?
You can't be offended by that love tap.
And the Lord might get you out of a situation, but it might be where something rough like that might have to happen.
rough
Just
you
like
up.
just like getting you out of the way of a bus.
Yeah, snatch
like
you.
on that scene in Do the Right Thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When Ozzy Davis got the kid out of the way from that
Little
car.
kid running,
Yeah.
ice cream man, in the car.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
And something like
He
that.
tackled him,
Yeah.
scraped his knee up. My knee scraped.
The Lord might, scuff you up just trying to get you out of a situation, man. You never know, man.
Yep. It says, and through the vehemency of his spirit, set him in Babylon over the den. And Habakkuk cried, saying, O Daniel, Daniel, take the dinner which the Most High has sent thee. And Daniel said, Thou hast remembered me, O power Yahweh, neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. Hey, so he wasn't just talking about himself. He talking about the Most High won't forsake anyone. It just says it Sirach the 2nd chapter, who have trusted in the Lord and he have been forsaken. Lord don't leave you out there like that. It says it says, so Daniel arose and did eat, and the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately. So it takes time to travel, but when you say immediately, that's now. Boom, you're there. It's teleportation, man. That's one of the many powers the Most High has. And look how many accounts we even brought out.
We're talking about just one.
Why would you have doubt that this could happen, let alone preserve you? Hey, if he has the power to preserve you from death, and the last enemy that shall be overcome is death, why would we fear any other situation? Why would we believe in any situation that the Most High could preserve us with?
Reading the beginning of this, when Yahweh Shai rebuked the sea, people don't realize, if you ever been on a boat, and for it to get bumpy and shaky to all of a sudden be still. That's heavenly power, and
That
things
wave
like
didn't
that.
come from right up under the boat. It was ways out before it. Continually.
You were in John
6.
You got it.
22 or
no.
That's the
Start at verse 13. No. Because it was going into when he did the miracle, when he flipped those baskets of bread and he turned those loaves of bread and those few fish.
Yeah.
And he flipped them. Start at verse 10.
This is John 6:10. And Yahweh Shai make the men sit down. And Yahweh Shai said, make the men sit down. Now there was much grass in the place, so the men sat down in number about 5,000. And Yahweh Shai took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed to the disciples, and the disciples to them that were set down, and likewise of the fishes as much as they would. When they were filled, he said unto his disciples, gather up the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost. Therefore they granted them together, and filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the five barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them that had eaten.
So they saw this and was like, yo, he's not an ordinary dude.
Yeah.
This man got to be a prophet or something.
Angel son.
And yes, he literally did this. This was not spiritually
This was
speaking.
figurative.
This is not figurative like one body in Yahweh Shai tried to say.
This is not fiction. This is happening.
This is for real. And it takes faith to believe that because Jake, they'll be like, man, y'all read, this is a fairy tale to Jake. Jake don't, they're so low level, man. You know, but as the Lord hid himself from Jake for so long.
Yeah, if I could,
That's why Jake don't want to believe it, you know.
I just want to throw this in. Our people have been beat down to such a level that we don't believe that miracles can happen for us.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we've been because you know we try to do the right thing, you know, for so long, is what we understand according to the world. Try to do the right thing for so long, and no matter what, things just didn't turn out right. When we needed divine intervention and a miracle, things didn't turn out right. But there were situations that were there from the Most High. Well, in this time coming, we have to expect to have earned these miracles to happen unto us, and that they will happen to the level of expectation. You got it?
Verse 14. Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Yahushua did, said, "This is of a truth that the prophet that prophet that should come into the world." When Yahushua therefore perceived that they would come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed again into a mountain himself alone.
Hey, but just notice how that, like, right when they were trying to put, you know, a crown on him, he immediately
was gone.
He ended up on a mountain somewhere, somewhere solitary.
And they were on the grass. They were on the plain, so you know.
So how you get up the mountain?
How you get there into a mountain so fast?
You got to be able to extrapolate and really visualize these things. Hey, and it's not too far fetched. It's in a bunch of movies, man. This type of thing is in a bunch of movies. The movie Jumper with Hayden Christensen is a good one if you want to see teleportation. These X-Men movies have Nightcrawler that does it. Is it Nightcrawler? Yeah, I think Nightcrawler that does it. It was in They Live. They had it. They had it in Stargate. Yep.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
In which Esau really has technology dealing with shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they literally have like Stargate teleportation systems that they actually deal with underground, man. It's just hidden from the general public, but they tap into shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
So if the Lord would allow these devils to have that kind of technology, why wouldn't He
let us have?
For His saints to be able to deal with, you know, that level of power.
Exactly
on
right.
the right hand. You know?
Exactly right.
And for the record, you know, we're not saying that this is going to happen for every brother or sister.
No.
You know, we're just giving you just scenarios on what to expect.
It's basically to build your faith to that level of expecting a miracle to happen for you. To ask for the miracle. Hey, Lord, it said give him no rest, right? Hey, Lord, I need to be delivered out of this. You know, remember when you delivered Daniel, when you delivered Habakkuk, when you started going to naming certain situations.
Sirach too, who has ever trusted in
to
the Lord and was confounded.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That's like the second 10th verse. That's right. So you gotta have that type of mentality. You gotta build your faith to that level, and it's not easy to think that that you're gonna be surrounded in chains or whatever, in jail somewhere, locked up, hungry, and then all of a sudden an angel or somebody appear, a familiar face just appear out of nowhere, and then both of y'all gone, and y'all somewhere safe.
You think you're gonna have Samson's strength? Also,
It's gonna be a moment where you're gonna probably feel like the Lord is really not like
gonna
you
work.
might feel like he's forsaken you, like Yahushua did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he felt in the spirit in that moment. You know, and he said, "Why have you forsaken me?"
Mm-hmm. He did.
The Lord might have it to where it might feel that way for that moment until he just
and it'd be that heavy deliverance moment.
And he acts, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes the Lord the Lord is a drama king, man. Mm-hmm. He wants you at the edge of the cliff. All the great movies have you at the edge, and right when you go to fall over, that's when the tide turns. You know.
That's it, man.
Yep. You hit that point in on? No more, right?
more.
And when even was now come, his disciples went down unto the sea and entered into a ship, and went over the sea towards Capernaum. And it was now dark, and Yahushua was not come to them. And the sea arose by reason of a great wind that blew. And when they had rowed about 25 or 30 furlongs, then they see Yahushua walking on the sea and drawing nigh unto the ship, and they were afraid.
Scared the shit out of them. Oh shit! Like first they saw just They probably saw like a shadow,
Yeah.
with like a garment.
Silhouette,
So they saw
yeah.
his garment,
Vesture. Yeah.
his vesture and shit. Like you see something far and it look kind of small, and then the closer you get, it's getting bigger and it's coming towards you. You be like, man, what the f-?
Yeah.
But it's
Nothing
black.
should be right there. Yeah.
Anybody that's been to the ocean,
Man,
It's
to
dark
the
out
beach
there.
at night, you
Yeah,
can't
it's
see
dark
shit.
out there.
So all they saw was just that vesture coming towards them. Like, oh, shit.
Yahweh Shai had a glow.
Yeah.
Glow about him, so they saw that, but it's still pitch black dark out there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, was that verse 18 you or 17 you
I
read?
just finished reading 19.
Read that again.
Okay.
19.
And when they had rowed about 25 or 30 furlongs, they see Yahushua walking on the sea and drawing nigh unto the ship, and they were afraid.
Let me look at what is 30 furlongs. I know that's like a distance of
Yeah.
30 furlongs is like,
It's a nautical measurement.
30 furlongs.
no, that's like, I know through horse racing they run furlongs.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that's probably like, man,
30 furlongs is 3.75 miles. So like an extra
Almost
5.
four or five
almost
miles.
So it's like about 4 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Miles out.
So walked 4 miles into
Yeah.
the sea.
Yeah, he walked 4 miles.
Yeah, on the water.
On the water.
Come.
Sorry, I was late.
But Pete though, because
Yeah,
he met them that far out into the sea.
right,
So you better believe that there's still more distance before you can get to the shore.
right, yeah.
Go ahead.
But he said unto them, It is I, be not afraid. Then they willingly received him into the ship, and immediately the ship was at the land whither they went.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The moment they're only 5 miles out
Yeah.
to where they were going. Once he got there,
Once he
once he gets on the boat, now they where they was
now
going.
now they out at the other side of the
Yeah,
shore.
yeah, where they was going
No motor, none
Yeah,
of
bro.
that stuff.
instantly.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, there's so many of them in here. I'm thinking about
when
the
you
one.
start thinking, it's like, what about,
Yeah.
think, man, so many.
The one right now that just came to mind was the one where they were in the room telling Thomas about they seen Yahushua, and then he was up there doubting and whatever. And then all of a sudden Yahushua appeared in the room.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like there's you guys can't think of this in a way that's not realistic. You have to figure out how it has to be realistic, and it's a miracle. Like he said, he had the power to manipulate the elements. That's manipulating the elements.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Esau has a form of it, because he stays on top of that periodic table, man, and working thing in that. Yeah.
The heart program and trying to manipulate,
Mm-hmm.
the earth.
CERN and Blue Beam and all kinds of things. He's using it to the best of his ability on the left hand side.
Yeah, man. And that's, these are just, different examples, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not saying this to say, it's, each brother gonna be teleported when Esau come kick they. No, we ain't saying that. What we're saying is consider the power of the Most High to work in a mysterious way, when these things, come upon us, the times of trouble that we're coming into.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lord has to preserve his men. The Lord knows how to preserve the godly, all right, and deliver them out of their temptations.
I got some.
I got something too.
1 Corinthians 10 and 13.
Yeah, I got Jeremiah.
And if I can, real quick,
It was on the comment board.
John 14 and verse 12. And this is what Yahushua said. It says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
Yep.
And you know that he's Yahushua is doing heavy praying, for his elect down on earth.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lord's going to make sure that the Father work on our behalf to preserve us. The stuff that the apostles were doing, that was all through the power of the Lord. The Lord said, "Hey, you're gonna be able to do what I did, and you're gonna be able to do even greater things, man,
Right.
than these." So hey, expect that, man.
Yep.
All right.
It says suffering now basically leads to hope. It says what is this from? I'm thinking from Romans the 5th chapter, where it says
Experience and
working for.
yeah, we gotta get it because I'm drawing completely blank.
Yeah.
Because tribulation worketh experience.
That's Corinthians.
Yeah,
That's Romans 5.
Romans 5
3.
and verse 2, it says, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of the Most High. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope.
And experience hope.
And
Going
hope
through it, you
maketh
have.
not ashamed.
Hey, going through it. Hey, we're not ashamed to be expecting a miracle to save us in the day that all this goes down. And by account, from my human estimation of what's going to go down, there's going to have to be many miracles taking place on the earth. You know, different, diverse ones according to the situation and whom is being delivered, you know, or miraculously delivered in each occasion. Okay, so we can't belittle the power of the Most High, man. You have to understand that he's the all-seeing, all-knowing, and his hand is great that it may save. Okay, we can't doubt that. Just because you're by yourself in the moment, you know, you don't need this man, this big buff dude, to raise up in the cell next to you and break the wall open. Even though that can happen, it could be something like, you know, the wall just opens up for you. You walk through the wall. Who knows? You just get teleported somewhere. Who's to say?
Yeah. Same thing with, you know, dealing with if there was a famine. Brother just read in Bell and the Dragon.
Yep, Daniel.
He teleported Daniel
to bring him food.
To feed them.
Like he couldn't have just teleported Daniel out the lion's den.
There was a brother
you know?
that I think he was locked up or something, and he said, damn, it was a lesson a while ago, maybe a few years ago, where he said, like, somehow, some ways, a sandwich was brought to him.
Yeah.
I can't remember I
remember
it.
Yeah,
but he said he was locked up and they gave him, like, you know, in jail they give you like ham, bologna or sandwich. And somehow, some way, it was a sandwich that was brought to him.
Yeah. He didn't remember how I got there either.
He didn't remember how I got there either. It was just there.
I remember that. Yeah.
Could have been an angel that just dropped the sandwich.
And he didn't even see it.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's yeah, because the Most High, man, he works that way, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know. So, hey, I don't know if
I got a closer.
You was holding something?
Yeah, I got a closer. This is a closer. Yeah.
That's real
I mean, you probably got a better one, but I got a good one.
I got Job 5.
Okay, so I'll go right after this.
All right. This is Proverbs 2 and 8. He keeps the path of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. They shall thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. But the point was in 2 and 8, he preserveth the way of his saints.
That's right. This is the brother Kahan Allah from Hawaii, Shalom. He put Jeremiah 15 and 20. It says, and I will make thee unto this people a fenced brazen wall, and they shall fight against thee, and they shall not prevail against thee. But I am with thee to save thee and to deliver thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. And I will deliver thee out of the hand of the wicked, and will redeem thee out of the hand of the terrible. So how's he gonna? It's gonna take miraculousness to do it, man. Okay, so we can't belittle the power, man. Okay, he said he was gonna do it. We have to earn the ability to ask for him to do it for us in prayer.
Bro, we always talk about the guillotine. It's somehow, some way, it's going to be brothers that's going to be delivered from the guillotine.
That's right.
We don't know how it's going to happen, whether the blade breaks, whether, you know, who knows, but the Heavenly Father is going to deliver those from, and that's just one situation that we know that's going to happen. That we know there's, you know, they're bringing the guillotine back and all these different types of
killing devices.
Killing devices. You know, they're bringing back certain death penalties and stuff. So, you know,
it is Job 5 and 19. It says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, Yet in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Yes.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death.
So I'm glad you read this one last, because this one encapsulates everything that he's generally going to do for us in his last days. Okay, you have to expect these things to happen no matter what situation. It may not be a physical killing death type situation that approaches you, but just famine of you starving to death. Okay, you got it out.
It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Yeah, at the destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
Hey,
Hey, what can you say to us if we're rejoicing in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the men who's gonna experience this, these are gonna be the same men who has that tawah.
That's right, the mark of
The
exemption.
angels are gonna the angels are gonna know who the men of the Lord are, and they're gonna shield them.
That's right.
They're gonna put the spirit on animals, not to attack them.
Yep.
They're gonna be working their work, man. It says, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shalt not sin.
Yep.
All right?
Yeah. That's right. The tabernacle should be in peace, man.
Yeah. Ultimately, we're going to be changed, and we're going to be in peace, because we're no longer going to be susceptible to incorruption. We ain't going to be able to go off anymore.
Yep.
No, we ain't going to go through sorrow.
The threat of death won't be there no more.
Come.
That life hanging in doubt, that won't be there.
Hey, honestly, and that's how what Yahweh Shai said was true when he said there's going to be some of you that thou shalt not taste of death.
Yep.
So these things are going to be happening to you until you preserved into your new body,
That's
to
right.
where basically death is pretty much over with.
Yep.
That's done.
You've
Been upgraded.
Yep.
Hey, man. So hey, these are things to build your faith with, man. These are things to comfort yourself. The Lord said, "Be of good cheer, man."
That's right.
Yeah, sure. Things is finna get hot.
Yeah.
We know
To
it
say
ain't
it
gonna be
mildly.
easy at all, man.
Yeah.
That's why we need this kind of comfort, man.
That's right.
Jake out there, they're gonna go crazy.
They don't
He
know.
he already losing it.
Yeah. He got nothing. All he knows is gun.
Yeah.
That's all he knows.
Esau out there popping motherfuckers just with shoveling snow in his yard.
Man, that was
Yeah.
wild, man.
He went back. I knew he was going to get the big gun. I
And
knew it.
but the thing about it is, he was already on edge.
Yeah.
He was already on edge, so it was that day or whatever pushed him over the edge. And a lot of these Edomites are already on edge with Biden in office and everything going on, anti-vaxxers. So it's only a matter of time for these Edomites beginning to bug out more and more every day.
What was that movie with Michael Douglas? When he bugged out, he just had the worst day of his life. He just bugged out.
I know you're talking about.
Man, where he just started shooting up everything was going wrong. I can't think of the name of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Esau's at that point in his life now.
And we're gonna have to be delivered from this nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
This nigga is such in a rage right now because everything is in shambles for him.
Right.
He
Can't stay focused.
Spirit, that hatred, that same hatred that Esau had when he was like, "I'm gonna kill my brother Jacob."
Yep.
That's popping back on.
That's the only thing he knows to get himself to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
I might as well take some Jakes out.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if any brothers got anything else. There was a post that a sister had made. We kind of breezed
About
over
her
it.
dream.
The sister said she had a dream.
Yeah.
I'll read it real quick.
Yep.
Oh, she retracted it. Damn.
No, I remember what it said.
Yeah.
He said she had a
Princess Ha'amu Mayan Hana 777.
Yeah, she had a dream. I read it and I kind of basically remember it, where she basically said she had a dream that 3 troops was about to rape her, and a member of GMS showed up that had spiritual power and saved her. It was basically what the post was.
And that was probably a vision.
Yep.
The scriptures say that the Lord is going to pour out His Spirit upon all flesh. That even the daughters are going to, prophesy, dream dreams.
That's right.
So at scenarios like that, you might, see, in your dream, which might be a vision. And hey, who knows, man? You might be delivered. Certain sisters, they're going to be delivered from afflictions.
That's right.
It's going to happen, man.
You should be saved through childbearing. So certain sisters they're going to be saved.
Yeah. There's a big number of people that still need to be saved.
Man.
Hey, and that's spiritual, because Esau, this beast, he's getting ready to try to rape the Lord's woman.
Yeah.
He's about to try to put his chip into us and make us his property.
Trying to inseminate his chip in us.
Yeah.
I hate to say it that way, but yeah.
The Lord like, nah, you ain't finna defile my virgins. Them is my wives, man. And then you're gonna come with His miraculous power and deliver his woman, man.
I don't think what it said. What it's saying. Second Esdras, the second chapter said, have not been defiled. They're still so stiffly for the name of Yahweh. I'm sorry, but in Revelation it said they were not defiled with women. Yep.
Yeah, so that the sister having that dream, hey, that's just a scenario that the Lord could possibly put in your head to expect. If you really truly believe and your faith is where it needs to be, expect deliverance, man. Give me Sirach. We can end off on this Sirach 33 and 1.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33, and verse 1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord, but in temptation, even again, He will deliver him.
That's plenty.
Point. Yeah.
That's plenty.
Yeah.
Even in temptation, He will deliver him.
He's going to deliver his basically his elect. But you're going to have men, you're going to have women, and even children. So hey, man, just this is just a lesson just to build you brothers and you sisters faith, to comfort you, to give you assurance. Like the Lord told us to be of good cheer, man. The Lord said, hey, in the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I overcame the world. We're going to overcome this devil, man.
Because
it is not by our own means that we're going to get the victory. No, our faith is going to give us that victory.
That's right. I was just going to say, we do put out a lot of videos of bad things happening and going and leading to even worse things, in a lot of our videos. But these videos are more important also, because it says through the terror of the Lord we persuade men. So we want to make you afraid of that terror, to see that what's coming, and then be admonished to get into the safe zone, so to speak.
We want you to fear the Lord.
That's right. There it is.
Don't fear the things, the martial law, and the things that are to come. Fear the Lord first and foremost, and then all those things that you once feared in the world. That'll be nothing. That's
right. Because He'll protect you out of it. Yep.
That's it. So hey, Lord willing, you brothers and you sisters viewing were edified. We're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. We're gonna say Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.